Hello everybody and welcome to BWTales pre number 39. This week I talk you about an image that I just took 10 days ago. And first of all, this is the image. And it's just a panorama. It was kind of beautiful days with beautiful clouds, and it's something that is taken from a place nearby my home here in Italy. There's a little overpass of a road, and there's all this beautiful panorama around. And that's a place where I go a lot of times when I want just to look for some beauty, and I'm looking to take pictures or something like that. I used to go around that road because I know there are many points, many places where you can get a very good point of view on the area. So some days ago I bought this camera. It's an old Zeiss Iconta that was produced in between 1952 and 1953, so that's the age, and it's a medium format camera. And I had this camera and I wanted to test the film for a video of the Gear Talk series I'm doing. But the curious thing is that when I arrived in this place and I saw this image, I took the photo just with the idea to test if the camera had some problems with the light coming in directly here from the sun and behind the clouds, but it was pretty direct light in the camera. But when I developed and scanned the image, what really impressed me is that finally, for the first time, I got the subject in the way I absolutely wanted. Let me explain. Many times I went there with my digital camera and I saw this beautiful haze effect on the mountains, and I decided, yeah, I take a picture because it's beautiful. And every time I arrived home, I looked at the files and I had to start to do some post-processing because it never satisfied me. I never said this is what I saw. But with this, I can say this is what I saw. The perfect change in tonalities, the sharpness is exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I saw, and for me this was absolutely impressive because going around with the best of the best of technology that you can have, the modern technology, and at the end take the best picture of the subject with something that is from 1952 or 53. It is a very, very simple camera with nothing basically in it. You just have to guess the light or use an external meter. So very, very old simple camera. But I look at the nuances here, the tonalities of gray. I look how the different tonalities merge with each other, and it's something that I always wanted to recreate in an image, but with digital that was impossible. It was always too flat, or the difference in tonality were too separated. There was not, I had to increase something, the contrast, the things, and was always a lot of time post-processing to have a result that was not exactly what I wanted. Similar, but not exactly. And at this point I'm asking myself, where are we going, and what means the direction that we took? Because we jumped in digital photography, and we started to buy equipments, and always the best, and every 2 or 3 years there's a new camera on the market, a digital camera, and we buy a new camera because it's supposed to be better, it's supposed to create the images that we want, and all these kind of things. And at the end I found the image with an old camera from the 50s, 1950s. And that's, for me, is quite impressive, because at this point, after this image, I already was thinking that, but after this image I'm really wondering if the direction that we took is the right direction or not. digital is fantastic because it gives a lot of opportunities. This video is made with digital, so this is an opportunity. But as a result, as a natural feeling, it's not there. And sometimes we are so with digital we are so concentrated in looking for equipment and reading reviews and all these kind of things to decide the best equipment. And when a new camera comes on the market, we want it because we know we missed something, and we hope that the new camera will give us that something that we missed and all these kind of things. And we are doing we are just wasting our time to follow cameras, to follow new lenses, to follow everything. And then with this I can get the perfect picture that I wanted. And that's something that really made me think. And I will for sure elaborate this idea in the future, because for me this was just quite shocking. I was expecting to have a good quality, to have good things, but I did not expect this perfection of the rendition of the tones. And so that's something that impressed me a lot. And that's all. The question is this week is okay, what is the direction we are going? And think about it. The think is what you are doing with digital tools right now is something that is such good and important, and you were not able to do it perhaps better with other tools. We are letting all our lives be driven by the digital revolution every day with a smartphone in our hands and all these kind of things. And we are using our time on social media and online and all these kind of things. And you think, okay, was not better when we had, for example, the news from newspapers or television, but news that were already checked, were already controlled, and were already meditated, and we had the news probably the day after. But that was okay. Now we have all this digital life where we have news every second, and everything must be a scoop, and everything must be something impressive. We are seeing right now with President Trump with the COVID. It's impressive because the television is every second they try to tell you something new, and there's basically nothing new. He got COVID, he got cured, he's getting better. That's the new, but that's the news. But no, to attract people, you need always something better. And also in this case, was not better when we were used to read newspaper. And by the way, the newspaper cannot be changed after 5 minutes. If you buy a newspaper with title, the title will remain in history. If you get it digitally, if they decide it was not okay, they can just change it after 5 minutes, and that is something that is become the norm. So this is the fact. Is if I can get this picture finally, after years I'm trying to get exactly that picture from exactly the point of view with exactly that haze effect, and if I can get it with this camera, why I need to concentrate all my efforts in something that is post-production and all these kind of things. In this case there was no post-production. I just put the film in the scanner, scan it with the point of white and black regulated, and nothing more. And this was good. So think about it every day in your life. What you do with a digital tool is not something that you can do perhaps better without the digital tool. What happens if you just think, okay, I will be analog for 2 days? It's something that we are so addicted to digital that for me this image was, yes, okay, it's beautiful, but the first after that was, yeah, but I cannot share it until I develop and scan and all these kind of things. With digital was, wow, beautiful, I share it. But what's the meaning of that? So I'm very happy with this, and I'm thinking that probably I have to use more this kind of cameras, and I mean this kind of lifestyle, than the new kind of lifestyle. I don't know if it's like that for everybody, perhaps not, but for me, this fit my vision of the world much better than digital. Also because I like slow process, I like slow things, and I hate to stay all my life in front of a computer. So that's all. That's all. This is the little beautiful camera, really a nice jewel that I'm really glad that I bought. And this is the image. If you want to see the image, the original image, as usual, there's the link down there in the description, so you can go to my website and see the image. While you are there, you can subscribe to my newsletter. It's a weekly newsletter, so not a problem. And it arrives only if I have something new on my website. This said, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please put a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. That's something important if you want to help me to grow this channel and support this kind of videos. This said, again, thank you for watching, be creative, stay free, and have a lot of fun.